What's good, family? We are back with another video. In this one, we're going to be watching the ISUPK with Captains Tazariak and Chatazar. We're going to be looking at how young Pharaoh is calling a woman a queen after she continuously defends and supports a man doing pedophilia. All right. I mean, that's just unreal to even say. A man is calling a woman queen who supports pedophilia. But anyway, let's get into this, man.
Atlanta, GA, 404-985. You're on live Cross the Line Radio. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Tish.
How you doing,
What's
Tish?
up,
You got
Tish?
a question for us or young Pharaoh? What's up?
Well, you had it right. I'm from Atlanta. I go by the handle Facing East on YouTube. But I have a perspective that I wanted to lay out there, if that's okay.
Okay, is this directed, just so I can be clear, is this directed for young Pharaoh, directed for us, or just to all three of us?
Well, I guess it can be directed to young Pharaoh. Peace to you, King. How you doing?
Peace, Queen. I'm all right. How you doing tonight? Hey, girl.
That's the first time Queen was ever said on Cross the... Hold on 1 second. That's the first time Queen was ever said on Cross the Line Radio. That's an epic moment, Pharaoh.
Right. Put it in a book. Put it in a book.
No, but go ahead, sis. You got...
crazy. But I wanted to make this maybe 3 parts, okay?
My wife mad at me now. I love you, baby.
And because I know we have the Queen, Ashe Divine, hopefully we'll be able to hear from her. But I just really want to stop a snowball, if I can, snowball effect, and just bring in an objective perspective to what's been going on. Because I know you all were going to lead into this. I was hoping that you would catch her call before mine. But I did want to speak about Nature Boy and that whole thing.
Okay.
Because people are saying that he's a pedophile. So I'll start with this question, and then I do want to bring that perspective. What is it that we're using to say that he's a pedophile?
Woo! Thank you for asking that. See, I'm glad you asked, because listen, I've been over here with my finger on the trigger the whole time. Asking that question was the equivalent of them saying "fire at will." That was exactly what you. So let me play audio. See, I have audio.
Hey, hold on, before you go off, the chat room is waiting for the body bag. We also gonna have another first. Young Pharaoh's gonna break ground and give the first body bag that wasn't by Captain Tazariak or Captain Katazar. Young Pharaoh, you got the floor.
That's right. It was ordained by them. So this body bag don't have all kind of special shit in it. Right? Now I want everybody to, before I do this, because this is for the Queen specifically who asked the question, I would just like to let you know, as you know something about me, I don't make things up. I like to let people speak, and then I reiterate or rebut on what they said. I'm finna play you an audio clip of Nature Boy saying, okay, he said out his mouth that children get molested, but it's for a good reason. And he's saying that molestation, it can have some kind of spiritual ascensional purpose. Now I'm going to play the audio. It's going to be about 5 to 10.
First off, that is just utterly disgusting to hear a brother say that. So there is literally, after young Pharaoh brings out this proof and all of that, there should be nothing this female has to say about that, man. Like, seriously.
Seconds. So listen, I'm going to play it, then I'm going to rewind it one more time, then I'm going to play it again. Here we go. Let's go. Thing. Listen to this. Y'all can hear that, right?
Yeah, we can hear you coming through fine.
Okay, I pause. All right, here we go. Sick, weird ass, bitch ass nigga. Listen to this nigga. Here we go. Listen.
You have physical sex with them. You are exchanging and activating genetics.
Listen.
A lot of people were molested as children, but for a good reason.
Okay? All right. Now let me run that shit back. Let me run that shit back.
Man, that's fucking crazy, man. That is effing disgusting.
Let me run that shit back. I'm not. Listen, I got so many receipts on this nigga. I don't understand how this nigga is not out yet.
Body bag.
Let me run that back one more time.
What? A lot of people you are exchanging. Here we go. You have physical sex with them. You are exchanging and activating genetics. Listen, a lot of people were molested as children, but for a good reason.
All right. So now, does that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you, young Pharaoh. Hold on.
Thank you for calling in, sweetie.
Before we do the sound effects now.
Right.
I remember I said I have an objective.
You have an objective, right?
He didn't say that he molested children in that clip.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. I know that Nature Boy has a warped...
Notice how my man Katazai, Captain Katazai, he literally just had to take a deep breath by what this woman just is. He already knows what this woman's about to come with, man. He already knows. Look at him, man. Hold on, let me bring it back.
And I don't even want to say... He didn't say that he molested children in that clip.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. I know that Nature Boy has a warped... And I don't even want to say warped. He has a different perspective on a lot of things.
Oh, bless your Christian heart.
There was another clip where he said that he allowed his child to play with his penis. Okay? Now, here's the thing.
Now, do we understand why Katazai just brought up bless your Christian heart? Because there's more molestation in the Christian church than anywhere. We can look at the Catholic Church, man. That's just simple.
Here's the thing. Just objectively, he recanted that statement and said that's not what I meant by that.
Now pause. Let me say this to you because I don't want to cut you off.
Hold on, let me jump in on the body bag. Right? You know, pedophilia is not just penetration, sis. That's what you got to understand. Pedophilia is not just molesting a child where you penetrating them, whether they be male or female. Having that boy touch his penis, that's also pedophilia. And you can't, he can't get around the retraction because the brother in our school saved his son from that lifestyle with his woman that helped her get that boy from him. So he can tell you that he retracted it, but he did not retract it. I seen him on Sanetta's channel try to clean it up, say he didn't mean to say this or didn't mean to say that, but that's exactly what he meant. To have your son say to you, yours is bigger than mine, means that he has his child around him where he can see his penis. So you have to understand what pedophilia is. A lot of people think pedophilia is just molesting physically, but there's a mental, there's a psychological, there's so much that's involved with that. Because now what do you think that boy is going to think about when he's around other boys? That it's okay to touch their penis too. It's okay to be naked around them too. So he is a pedophile.
And hold on, Pharaoh, before I pass it to you, Tish, do you have children?
No, I don't have children.
I didn't think so. You understand?
I don't have any children.
Exactly. That's just a glaring thing that needs to be seen right there. That somebody like that more than likely doesn't even have kids to even understand what kind of emotion goes in that.
And to be honest, you know, and I'm going to say something personal here. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to go ahead and go there because I've seen my mother naked. And my mother and I would take baths together. I was 5 years of age. So are we talking about, is it not okay to even be naked around our children? And they're playing?
Hold on. Let me jump in. Let me jump in now. Because I got to make sense of all this. Okay? Let me make sense of all this. Women deal with each other to a certain extent in that manner. If you go in a women's locker room, women take their bra off. Women do things with their body that men don't do. Period. I'm hesitant to take my shirt off in front of another nigga. That's just a fact. And
that is not a fact. We all know when this dude was bummy and had no money and making YouTube videos, this dude, before he got all exposed and and popularity and all of that, he was out here making YouTube videos with his shirts off. Either he was, just trying to get female fans or whatever the case may be, but still, in group chats or whatever, on YouTube videos, you out here rocking without your shirt on, man. You already lying.
I want to speak on this. If you say I let my son play with my penis, that's not no accident shit.
Right.
You don't say that on accident. So if you say that he recanted that statement, that don't mean he recanted that action. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas write statements to the police. Like, you could kill a motherfucker and say, yeah, I shot him, it was self-defense. And then at trial, you can say, I recant that statement. That didn't mean you didn't shoot this man. And so...
Now, that's a fact. That's a fact right there.
And if I could just chime in too as well, here's where we'll differ on a few things. Number one, he didn't just say that his son seen his penis. He said his son played with his penis. He said his son saw him having sex. And his sister said when she saw her mother naked, that was wrong. Like when Pharaoh, here's where we'll differ. When you go into a locker room and it's okay for the women to have their titties and their breasts and all that stuff out, that's a culture to breed lesbianism. Right. Just no different than if it's a culture to breed homosexuality. That's why you'll have a lot of sisters that become lesbians because they think it's okay to see like the influence that we give sexually to our children, to our young girls, our young boys. We got to be very careful of what's accepted. I'm not saying that you all the way with it. I'm not saying that you all the way with that Pharaoh. But what I'm saying is we grew up thinking that it's okay for women to be around each other that way, but men can't.
Listen, you right, but this is the point where I was gonna go with it.
Okay.
This is me personally, because I actually got a daughter coming.
Mm-hmm.
When my daughter get to a certain age, it's just things I'm not doing with my daughter. The mama got to do that. So that's just that's where I was. I don't want nobody to think I'm saying nothing crazy, but where I was finna go is I would rather the mother be more intimate with the body of the daughter than a male. And then, and the reason I was making that point is to try to give some credence to the fact that men, we don't really belong around no child, male or female, naked, let alone another male. So if we don't want to be around our own, daughters naked, why would you want to be around your son naked to the point where you let your son grab your phallus?
That's 100% facts, man. He bringing it out right now. So my point is, like, if you saying all the stuff that's true, how can you even defend this young lady over here trying to defend pedophilia? Everything you saying is right, Pharaoh. How the hell is she still a queen?
Right. So, it's no way I can rationally say, you know what, nigga, that was a mistake. Like, people do shit like drop their kid on accident. That's a mistake. You don't accidentally let your son. And then he said, I let it happen. I got the clip right here. I will play this shit. I got it. It's right here, ready to go.
Before you do, this leads me into my next question before I was interrupted by Tish. Tish,
yes, sir.
Would you, if you had a child, I know you don't have a child, so it might be hard for you to envision, because once you actually have a child, you understand, you could say you do this, that, and the third, but once you see that baby born, you instinctively get a parental instinct to want to protect that child and make sure that they grow up properly. If you had a son, would you want any male, you understand, father or not, to play with your son's penis?
Whoa. Absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't think that. I don't think Nature Boy said he was playing with his son's penis. No.
Pharaoh, get the receipt, please.
Nature Boy, no. Nature Boy said that he let his son play with his penis.
Right.
Exactly.
So that's the question. So
let's reverse it.
So can your son play with another man's penis?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
so
not.
Why would that even be something in question here as to regards?
What are you trying to justify?
Right. That's that. Thank you. He got straight to the point.
Now that is the perfect word for this. Justification. She is literally trying to justify this man, Nature Boy's pedophilia tendencies. Like, you can't justify this in any type of angle, man.
What you trying to justify?
Well, this is what I'm trying to justify.
Right.
It's just looking at things objectively, but don't get me wrong. I'm not an advocate for pedophilia, so let's just get that.
But what are you trying to justify is the question.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
Okay, so you know, sis.
Hold on, let me answer. Let me answer, brother.
Go ahead. I'll give you a second.
Hey, Pharaoh, remember you called her queen.
Give me the floor the way I let the.
Even they even see this now. That this woman is trying to justify pedophilia, and this brother is referred to her as a queen. Ladies, all young Pharaoh followers need to pay attention to this. Because if a brother can call a woman who is defending pedophilia a queen, what kind of mind state is he in? What kind of mind state is a man who won't even call out a woman on her bullshit? Someone who is using.
So you can understand where I'm coming from. The thing is this.
Yeah, I'll give you a second.
Hey, Pharaoh, remember you called her queen.
Give me the floor the way I let the three of you have the floor, so you can understand where I'm coming from. The thing is this. If you're saying that, you know, having sex in front of a child is sex abuse, I get that, because you shouldn't be exposing. You're correct, Captain, that if you do certain sexual things, if you speak in sexual perverseness, or if you're having sex in front of a child, that's wrong. That's still sex abuse.
Right.
I'm just questioning another side. Was this a baby in a crib? Was this a toddler? That's all I'm saying.
So there's an age limit that you can play with your penis.
You want to put the shoe on the other foot.
Sis.
There's a damn age limit to play with a man's penis. This is crazy. And you could say that maybe the woman might be, you know, the way she's coming off might be misconstrued or thought of in the wrong way. But I mean, damn, how many ways you could say that or if it's a toddler or if it's a baby, it don't matter what damn age.
And say, would I let my son, or would I let my
Hold on, y'all. Let me answer.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me cut this out. Let me answer. Let me dialogue with her. Let me dialogue with her, because it was kind of, you know, I want to dialogue with her because it was kind of directed towards me. So let me just, you know, agree with you for 1 second, right, Queen? Let me agree with you. If
the brother just called her a queen again. A woman trying to justify pedophilia with certain ages is called a queen again. Ladies, use your brains. You have them. You are the smartest people on earth. Black women are the smartest people on earth. Y'all the strongest people on earth. Y'all gotta be able to see through this man's game. If he could call a woman who's supporting pedophilia a queen, he is obviously has no moral standard on how to use or treat women. Everything he must be saying to get all these women and fans and all this stuff on his side is manipulation. Y'all women need to use your brains. No real honest man with any type of moral compass can call a woman who is justifying pedophilia a queen. Understand that.
Baby was a toddler, if the baby was an infant, or if the baby was a teenager, would it make any difference? Or should it be something that we should take into consideration about a father letting his son play with his penis? So if I was to say, you know what? How old was the kid? If I'm going to consider the age, what would you say I should be taking into consideration that would make me have mercy upon this action? Is there anything?
This is the one thing that I'm envisioning. If the child is in the crib, sleeping, and the mother and the father, the husband and the wife, they have a moment. I mean, do we need to crucify them for that? Because the child doesn't even...
Listen, I don't want to cut you off. But I got
the husband and the wife, they have a moment. I mean, do we need to crucify them for that? Because the child doesn't even...
Listen, I don't want to cut you off. But I got to say this. Listen, what you're envisioning, right, is what... I don't want to cut you off. But I got to say this. Listen, what you're envisioning...
Tazariak just said it again. We cannot forget that young Pharaoh calls this woman a queen.
Right? Is is what you're envisioning. But we're not technically envisioning. We going off what he said. He didn't say the child was in the crib. And from what he said, and I've seen his son. And ISUPK, I've seen his son. So this was a toddler age child. And so by going off the facts, this child at the time was at least anywhere from maybe 4 to probably 6 years. I'll say 3 to 6 years old. And so going off of what Nature Boy said out of his mouth, not us trying to envision nothing. He said after he got done having sex with this woman at the time, he let his son play with his penis. And so if the child was in the crib, that means he went and got the child out the crib to let it happen, which makes it even worse. And so my thing is,
I'm not defending Nature Boy's actions at all. I mean, actually, when you put it that way to say, hey, would you let your son play with your husband? Absolutely not. I mean, that would bring up all kinds of red flags. But, you know, when they're in front of a camera and they're saying certain things and it gets sensationalized, sometimes you want to get the full story and you want to know what are we basing this on, and that's wisdom. So, you know, I think that my brothers here can understand that the Most High says a wise man considers well.
Hold on.
That comes first things right.
Yeah. Hold on, sis.
That, so I'm still a queen.
No. Sis, here's no.
See, even she knows. Even she knows that she is trying to justify pedophilia, and I'm still a queen. Oh my gosh, ladies, be fucking strong. Stop being so strong against Bama ass bum dudes in the street that don't got enough money and don't treat you right. But then when you come across some YouTube celebrities, y'all want to act all weak in hell. Come on, man.
I'm not letting none of this shit fly right now. Your dialogue is why Eddie Long got away with molestation.
Facts. This is that Christian sympathy, let it go bullshit that all black Americans go through. The brainwashing. I love the white man. Oppression, slavery. It's all, let it all go. It's the same type of logic.
Your dialogue is why... Sis, here's... No. I'm not letting none of this shit fly right now. Your dialogue is why Eddie Long got away with molestation. Your dialogue is why Bambaataa got away with molestation. Because somebody's trying to, what about this? What about that? Nah, fuck that. Let me tell you something. I object to a...
This is how a real man acts when you get confronted with something so hideous and disgusting as a justification of pedophilia. When you look at young Pharaoh, he ain't acting like this. This is all a show for him. Or more or less an attack on Nature Boy rather than attack on pedophilia. This shit is unreal. Listen to this man go in. Go ahead, Katazar. Captain.
Boy touching a man. Bambaataa got away with molestation. Because somebody's trying to, what about this? What about that? Nah, fuck that. Let me tell you something. I object to a boy touching a man's penis. You understand? Like you talking about, no. You're out your mind. I'm gonna have to mute you right now with your, you understand, emotional rant right now. You understand? That dialogue and that justification and trying to find some kind of fucking excuse is why pedophilia exists inside our communities. And this is why, listen, man, we love black women. We love Hispanic women, but it's why you can't protect the fucking household. Because that shit don't go down when there's a real man in the household. You see, the officer...
Understand that, man. This is what we need in the damn house. The man has to be in the house. Fellas, take care of your fucking seeds, man. This shit needs to damn stop, man. Get in the damn house. Control your woman. Love your woman. You don't overpower her brain or whatever. She has her own mind and all that, but you are the fucking head, man. You are the head. Act like it. Don't act like young Pharaoh. Act like Captain Katazar right here.
We love Hispanic women, but it's why you can't protect the fucking household. Because that shit don't go down when there's a real man in the household. You see, Officer Dawada is a real man. He's a father to the fatherless. That's why he protected that child that his father was fucking molesting.
Hey,
you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You called her a queen. I just want
straight up and down, man. I was your damn.
Listen, let me let you know something.
That's disgusting. And look at the smile on this dude's face. He thinks it's all cool because you know why? Because women are his main objective. He's no less than a Christian preacher or any other of these hustlers, scammers that we got going on in the conscious community, because he knows that women are easily manipulated and are easily used. And this is what this brother is coming for. Look at the smile on his face, knowing that this woman is justifying pedophilia, and he still loves the hell out of this so-called quote-unquote queen.
Father was fucking molesting.
Hey,
you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You called her a queen. I just want
straight up and down, man. I was your damn.
Listen, let me let you know something. Hold on. Let me let you know something. I'm in the house of the Hebrews. The Hebrews don't play. She's still a queen with me.
You heard what he just said. The Hebrews don't play. Ladies, understand that. If something is wrong, Hebrews ain't taking that shit. What are things that's wrong in our community? Men not being a father. Men, drugs, lust. All these things, they are not playing with that shit. But for some reason, young Pharaoh is like, you know what? I'll give you a chance. I'll let it slide. You a queen, baby. You know what I mean? I know you trying to justify pedophilia, but you still a queen to me, baby. You know what I mean? Come over here. Let me get some of them donations. That's what this man is literally saying. He literally said Hebrews don't play that shit. How you going to change the community if you playing with shit? You can't play with these people out here, man.
I didn't let y'all queens know.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm in the house of the Hebrews. The Hebrews don't play. She's still a queen with me, but I didn't let y'all queens know.
She is still a queen of Pharaoh, all because she's a woman, and she's over here justifying pedophilia of a guy that he has been attacking for I don't know how long, but because she is a woman, a so-called queen, he ain't got nothing to say to that.
Yeah.
House of the Hebrews, they not gonna be. I'm gonna try to, reason with you. They gonna.
How can you reason with someone who is trying to justify pedophilia? Listen to this man and look at his face. He does not care about that child, the pedophilia, or anything like that. He cares about his numbers and the women who showcase and flaunt and support his big ass ego, narcissistic ego. Ladies, you gotta wake up. Y'all are the smartest and best things on this earth, but y'all can't be following these nutcases. You can't. Damn.
No.
Yeah.
House of the Hebrews, they not gonna be. I'm gonna try to, reason with you. They gonna.
I'm gonna try to get you a shot.
Yeah, but they gonna chop it. You know what I'm saying? But let me.
This is Crossing Line Radio.
That's it, family. Go ahead and subscribe to the Crossing Line YouTube channel. Check those brothers out, man. These are the only brothers out here that's actually going to really put in the work to save our community, man. These people like Young Pharaoh and other, conscious community people, they just be talking, man. They're not about that action. As you could tell here in this video, this brother will go as low as supporting a pedophilia sympathizer just to keep the queens that support him happy, or give off the, like he said, what did he say? He said he's going to work with you. He'll work with you, but the Hebrews ain't taking that shit. Now, ladies, if your child is out here in any type of danger with pedophilia or kidnapping or anything of that nature, or any type of abuse to your child, what kind of man would you want to be next to you, supporting you and protecting you and your family? A brother that's going to not take no shit from nobody and protect and die for that child? Or a man is going to be like, you know what, let me think about it. Let me see all the type of angles. Oh, pedophilia is disgusting and nasty, but you know what I mean? You're a queen, so maybe it's okay. Because not all not all pedophilia is just men. Women commit it too. So understand, if there was a woman who was committing the act of pedophilia, what kind of thought process would go through young Pharaoh's mind? Is he going to not take that shit like the ISUPK and the Hebrews? Or is he going to say, you know what, I might have to work with you? With that, do y'all think like me or not, man? Likes up if you do, because this shit is crazy, man. All right, y'all be safe out there. Peace.